Welcome back to session 17 of GED Advanced Graphs and Functions. A parabola has several important features that GED asks about: its roots, its y-intercept, its vertex, and its axis of symmetry. Today we find each one slowly and clearly. Let's begin. Let's tour a parabola. The roots are where the curve crosses the x-axis, the x-intercepts. The y-intercept is where it crosses the y-axis. The vertex is the turning point, the lowest or highest spot. And the axis of symmetry is the vertical line straight through the vertex that splits the curve into mirror halves. The roots are the x values that make y equal 0. On the graph, they are exactly where the parabola crosses the x-axis, so they are the x-intercepts. To find them, we set y equal to 0 and solve. A parabola can have two roots, one root, or none, depending on where its u sits relative to the x-axis. When a quadratic is already factored, roots become easy. The zero product rule says if two things multiply to 0, at least one of them must be 0. So we set each factor equal to 0 separately and solve. For open paren x minus 2 times open paren x plus 5, we set x minus 2 equals 0 and x plus 5 equals 0. Let's find the roots of y equals open paren x minus 2 times open paren x plus 5. Step 1. Set y to 0. The product equals 0. Step 2. Set each factor to 0. X minus 2 equals 0 gives x equals 2. And x plus 5 equals 0 gives x equals negative 5. So the roots are x equals 2 and x equals negative 5. The y-intercept of a parabola is found the same way as any graph. Set x equal to 0, plug 0 in for x, and simplify. For y equals x squared minus 4, at x equals 0, we get 0 squared minus 4, which is negative 4. So the y-intercept is the point 0, negative 4. One substitution, and it is done. The axis of symmetry is the vertical line exactly halfway between the two roots. So to find it, just average the roots. With roots at 2 and negative 5, we add them and divide by 2. 2 plus negative 5 is negative 3, divided by 2 is negative 1.5. The axis of symmetry is x equals negative 1.5, and the vertex sits right on it. 3 traps. First, report roots as x values, not y values. Roots are where y is 0. Second, remember that an intercept is a full point with two coordinates, not a single number. Third, do not mix up maximum and minimum. An upward u has a minimum, and a downward u has a maximum. Read the opening direction. Let's lock it in. Roots are where y equals 0, the x-intercepts. Find them by setting each factor to 0. The y-intercept comes from setting x to 0. The axis of symmetry is the average of the roots, and the vertex sits on it. Now every key point on a parabola is within reach. Wonderful work today. You can now find the roots, the y-intercept, the axis of symmetry, and the vertex of a parabola. Your mastery check is the 10 practice questions for this session. For each one, set the factors to 0, then set x to 0, then average the roots. To read the full lesson notes and practice more GED graphs and functions questions, visit the course page at www.bridgetoexam.com. I will see you in session 18, where we explore exponential growth and decay. Keep going. You are doing great.